Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Growing tired of knots, tangled up in problems, and not caring enough. Now I'm on a journey to find what's right, always telling the truth, but hiding all the lies. And don't go thinking I'm being myself. I just act this way around you, and to someone else. This isn't where I wanna be. Let's look in the kitchen and the living room. Nothing to find but what's left thrown. A really great time that wasn't any of mine. Running away feels like a storm. Let's throw our problems out the door today. Well, finding things clear to me. And don't go thinking I'm being myself. I got other things on my mind, not you or anyone else. This isn't where I wanna be. Whoa, make me see the things on the inside. 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 Don't go thinking I'm being myself. I just act this way around you, and to someone else. This isn't where I wanna be.
Hey, this is EAJ Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff Escow.
Doing bad time.
San Diego. It's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to Sports World Radio. Glad everybody could be with us today. I'm the host, Jeff Escow. We got a jam-packed show for you guys today. So much to get to. Lots of things going on in the sports world that we're going to get to today. But before we get to everything that's going on in the sports world, let me remind you folks on a couple of things. You can listen to Sports World Radio at SportsWorldRadio.com. Also, come on over and hang out in our chat room over at Spreaker.com. That's SPREAKER.com. If you don't have an account over there, it's free. Head on over to Spreaker.com. Hook yourself up with a free account. Type in Sports World Radio. And come on over and hang out in the chat room with all of us in the chat room. Also, like our Facebook page over there at Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. Also, follow us on Twitter at Twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. Now, if you have Skype and you want to give us a call, head on over to SportsWorldRadio.com. You'll see the little red icon in the left-hand side of the page. Click that icon, and Skype users will be directed right to the show. How about that? Easy peasy for you Skype users. Just click that little red icon that says call now in the left-hand corner there on SportsWorldRadio.com, and you Skype users can give us a call. Now, if you're a non-Skype user, give us a call at 619-663-3715. That's 619-663-3715 for you non-Skype users. Now, with all that out of the way, normally at this point, I would say, hey, what do you say? Hey, we bring in the co-host, Sean Mann, the update man. But that rat bastard is late. How about them apples? So as the trooper that I am, and with very, very, very little back pain, I am back. And better than ever, kids. And I'm ready to rock and roll. And I'm bringing it hard today. A lot of things went down in the sports world over the weekend. And I know all you sports fans out there were paying attention to what was going on in the NBA. And even if you weren't, you should have been. Because you know damn well I was. You're right, Josh. He is the early rat bastard candidate of the week. Way to start off a week, you rat bastard. So, with all that being said, LeBron James is heading home to Cleveland. But the interesting thing there is, at least I find it interesting, that he's only signing a 2-year deal. Which means he can become a free agent next summer. So we'll have to go through this again. Why did he sign a 2-year deal? And really, to be honest with you, what in the wild world of sports is he going back to play in Cleveland for? The head coach has never coached in the NBA. Yeah, okay. He's coached in Russia, he's coached in Israel, he's coached in Jerusalem, he's coached here, he's coached there. I don't give a flying fig Newton. The guy has never coached in the NBA. And if correct me if I'm wrong there, Mr. Josh, our producer of the show, he's never played in the NBA. I don't remember a David Blatt in the NBA, and I'm 48. I don't get it. You don't know what kind of offense this guy has in store, and if you think that the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to win an NBA title this year, you're crazy. You're just crazy. On the other hand, LeBron James goes home, signs a 2-year deal. Now, did he sign a 2-year deal to save face and go home, and then he's going to leave again and then go play in New York with Carmelo next year? How bad will it be if he leaves Cleveland again? He's got his 2 championships. Now he's going to try. Okay, from our producer, David Blatt was an undrafted player in 1981, but ended up just playing in international teams from 1981 to 1993. So he's never played or coached in the NBA. Now everybody's going to say, basketball is basketball. I don't care where you're correct. But the NBA is a different animal. A different animal than international basketball, than college basketball, than even the D-League. It's a different animal. Okay? I was shocked to see him go back to Cleveland. Not knowing what the offense is. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, Josh. I don't believe that LeBron James and David Blatt have ever met. Yes, in Israel basketball for David Blatt. I don't think they've ever met. Yes, I've heard they've talked on the phone, but I don't think they've ever met. Way to start your new career in Cleveland. Way to go there, Mr. James. I think him going to Cleveland was more of his wife and his mother than him. I think he did it to appease them. Now, he only signed a 2-year deal. At the end of next year, is he going to sign a 4-year deal and get more money? Well, hey, that could be. He's a free agent next year. Plus, I believe there's a new CBA coming too. So, no discussions, not at all sounds like Dallas Cowboys situation. And then Miami turns around and gives Bosch $118 million? Wow. Come on, really? And they bring in Taj Gibson. I was listening to some sports talk radio show, and they're saying that it's Indiana, Cleveland. There was another team. There were 4 teams. And they even put Miami in there that are the top 4 teams in the East. How can you do that already? How can you say that Cleveland and Miami are still one of the top 4 teams? Miami just lost freaking LeBron James. Dwayne Wade is almost done. Cleveland's only got LeBron James. Unstinking believable. Everybody's saying that Cleveland's now a playoff team and now they're an NBA title contender. What are you, crazy? You got one stinking player, LeBron James. He couldn't do it when he was there by himself last time, and if he stays there by himself this time, he ain't going to do it again. And yeah, they got what the heck's his name? Irving over there as a guard. I understand that. And they just got, whatchamacallit in the draft, Wiggins in the draft. I understand all of that. And they're thinking about trading Wiggins for Love. If they do that, then it's a different story. Because now you got a nice three over there. But you got to remember, Kyrie Irving is still a young player in the NBA. LeBron James is going to go over there and mold that team now and teach all these young players. He needs more than just himself. Remember, everybody on that team don't have no playoff experience. And they're going to bring in Mike Miller and they're going to bring in Ray Allen. Great. LeBron's going to have to score 40 to 50 points every freaking night. Every freaking night. Well, all you got to do is shut down the rest of the team and let LeBron score his points. And they're going to lose. LeBron scores 50, the rest of the team scores 14. They ain't going to win no games like that. Ain't going to win no games like that. Hey, we're going to run to a quick commercial break. You're listening to Sports World Radio.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow New Way to Workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow here with you guys. We do the show each and every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. on the East and 3 p.m. on the West. And if you live in the Central, figure that crap out for yourself. All right, before we went to break, I was sitting here spewing my garbage about my feelings about LeBron James going back to Cleveland. Now I'm going to spew my garbage about Carmelo Anthony staying with the New York Knicks. I've said this a million times on my radio show before. A million times on this show. I don't care whether Carmelo Anthony stays or goes. I could care less of whether Carmelo Anthony stays or goes. I really could care less. But he ended up staying, which is okay. but he stayed for less money. He didn't sign the max deal at $129 million. He signed the max deal at $122 million. He signed a 5-year deal worth $122 million, Carmelo did, with the Knicks. Hey, Dingleberry, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What the hell's up?
Are you there, you rat bastard?
Yeah, I'm here.
It's about time.
I knew that was going to come from you.
Better late than never, right?
Yeah? Hey, at least I messaged you ahead of time.
What a rat bastard you are.
Come on, I had to deal with wet sinks and wet toilets and wet everything today. Phew, boy.
Oh, poor Bubula. That's what happens when you're cleaning crap.
Hey, at least I do a good job. That's what counts. Anyway, I heard what you were saying. Carmelo Anthony signed a big, big contract with the Knicks. You gotta be happy as a Knick fan, Jeff, because he believes in Phil Jackson's system. He believes what he's doing correctly.
He better freaking believe it. He just signed a 5-year deal.
Well, I think it's going to help the Knicks. You know, he's going to have to learn what this triangle offense is because, remember, Phil Jackson's been hiring a lot of new assistant head coaches from his days with the L.A. Lakers. Kurt Rambis is coming over there, and you wonder if this is just temporary for Derek Fisher. Maybe if he doesn't do a good job, Phil Jackson could come out and say, you know what? I could come there and coach that team. I could just be not just president, but I could be coach of the New York Knicks, not to have to do the traveling.
He's not going to travel. He's not going to travel nowhere, man. Why would he?
Yeah.
Right? He's not going to. Listen, if he wanted to coach that team, he wouldn't have hired a coach. The only way he's going to be forced to coach that team is if they absolutely stink. And Carmelo demands it. Otherwise he ain't coaching.
Yeah.
You know, they still got a lot more people to hire. They're not done yet.
They're not done yet, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done. Now, of course, in the other NBA news that I know Encyclopedia Man doesn't want to hear about.
Well, yeah, I opened up the show with him.
Okay, well, my thoughts about it, with LeBron James going back to Cleveland, I'm pretty sure he's all elated and happy about it. I'm just glad it's all over with, but he's so full of drama.
Let me ask you a question. Why did he sign only a 2-year deal?
You know, Jeff, I think it's a way for him to realize if I don't get it done in Cleveland, I could be there for 2 years and then go to a championship caliber team again.
Well, you know, next summer he's going to become a free agent. You know that, right?
Yeah, maybe that's the way of him saying that he wants to go to the Knicks and be with Carmelo Anthony. See, Sean wasn't here when I said that last segment, was he? No. And he just said that all by himself, the rat bastard. Right out of the blue.
Right out of the blue. I've already said that. How pissed off is Cleveland fans going to be if he does it to him again and leaves?
Very disgusted because they've all been happy about him coming back, that they're rejoicing and saying that the Cavs are now the heavy favorites to win the NBA championship.
Yeah, I don't get that. How does that happen? How do the Cavs, just because the best player in NBA is on the team, all of a sudden that team becomes the favorite to win? They were the favorite to win last year. They didn't freaking do it.
No.
Miami Heat was favored last year. They didn't do it. Just because he's with Cleveland, now they become the favorite? Bull donkeys. They got a bunch of young players on that team. Bull donkeys.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But what I do understand is that the East is wide open now.
Just as we predicted, we would know that the Eastern Conference is wide open. It doesn't have to be through Miami. And you're speaking of Miami, Jeff. They are so disgusted down there in Miami. Fans are not very happy about it. They realize now that the Heat are going to be the team that's going to be rebuilding now. And why would Chris Bosh even re-sign a 5-year deal with Miami? I still didn't get that. I thought it would be Miami. Not Miami, but Houston.
Well, Houston, you want to know something? Houston got screwed out of this whole thing. They got screwed hard. They didn't get Bosh. They lost, whatchamacallit? And Lynn. They got screwed. They got screwed big time, Houston. They lost Lynn. They lost Bosch to Miami. They didn't get Carmelo Anthony. And they lost, what was that guy's name? Powers or something like that? To the Trailblazers, I believe it was.
Yep.
Unbelievable. They got screwed.
Well, they looked at the, you go to the Vegas odds, and in Las Vegas, they said that Miami is a 100-1 favorite. Cleveland is a 3-1 favorite next year, and the heavy favorites to clinch it. And Jeff goes, how
Bull.
could that be possible?
Bull.
Because here's the thing. Okay, James comes back. He signs a big 2-year deal. But what team do they have? What do they really have to go with? And what is this coach, this new head coach of the Cavaliers, going to bring to the team? You know Dan Gilbert's going to be really disgusted if LeBron doesn't come through for them
Bull.
again, and they end up losing, and then he breaks Cleveland fans' hearts.
LeBron James is going to Cleveland. Now they're all getting ready for an NBA championship. What are you, freaking crazy? You got to play the season first. See, the problem I'm having here is everybody's talking LeBron James is coming to Cleveland. Yeah, the savior. Yeah, we're going to win. We're going to do. Hey, you got a brand new freaking head coach. Sit back and relax. You got a brand new head coach who's never, ever been in the NBA. I don't give a rat's ass if he coached in Israel, if he coached international teams, played on international teams, coached in Russia, coached here. He's never, ever coached in the NBA or played in the NBA. It's a different animal. You do not know what to expect in Cleveland.
Jeff, and you hit it right there. When the Cavaliers hired Blatt as their head coach, I said, I've never heard of this guy. He doesn't have any coaching experience. I know you gave me and the encyclopedia man an assignment to check his stats. He has never coached. He doesn't have the experience. I don't know what kind of a system he's going to bring to LeBron James and the Cavaliers, but I think Cavalier fans are getting way, way, way too cocky, if you get my drift.
I do. I don't get it. I do not understand it. You have never seen this guy coach before. Like you said, no, you don't know what the hell kind of a system this guy is going to run. You don't know what the heck is going on there. You're just bringing players in. That's beautiful. Yes, he's the best player in the NBA, but you still don't know what's going to happen, do you? They could go on a 23-game losing streak, and then they're done.
Everybody starts saying, this is unacceptable, Cavaliers. We bring back one of the best players of the NBA and LeBron, and we don't even win an NBA championship, and then they're complaining.
Unstinking believable. I just don't understand it. To me, it's not the same thing for Derek Fisher, Josh. Derek Fisher played in the NBA. David Blatt did not. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, he's never, and most of all, he has never had the NBA experience. So it's going to be very interesting to see what he brings to that system, to that team. And the Cavaliers, selling out games are all happy again. Okay, let the sellouts begin, but let's just see what happens when that 82-game regular season begins in late October.
Hey, I hate to tell you something, Josh, but Derek Fisher has been coaching for years as a player. I hate to tell you this, Josh. He's been coaching for years as a player. On the bench, on the court, running Phil Jackson's offense in L.A. He's been coaching for years. He's got, as far as I'm concerned, Derek Fisher is in a better position, not with the Knicks, but is in a better position to coach an NBA team than David Blatt is.
Maybe the Cavs could have said, Mike Brown, we'll give you a pass this year. You have that relationship with LeBron James. If they had not fired Mike Brown, then there would have been
Then I would have been
there would have been a connection.
Yes, exactly, Sean. And then I would have been okay.
But Blatt?
Exactly. And I said it when they hired him.
Yeah.
Blatt? Really?
And I remember, and it was Friday when the news broke, and I visited with you, Jeff, and we had some technical difficulties for Friday, but it comes to the point that you told me to look, and I said, well, I'll see what I can find there, Jeff, for you. But
he's never coached in the NBA.
I couldn't find anything.
He's never coached in the NBA. He's only played in international basketball. He's coached in international basketball. He's coached in Russia. He's coached in Jerusalem. He's coached in Israel. He's coached here. He's coached there. He's never coached in the NBA. I don't give a flying fig Newton. International basketball, Israel basketball, Russia basketball, the D-League, college basketball. It's all a different animal than the NBA.
Yeah, all in foreign countries that he's coached, but you're right. It's totally different.
International basketball is not the same basketball as NBA. College basketball, not the same basketball as NBA. Russia basketball, not the same basketball as NBA. Israel or Jerusalem basketball, not the same basketball as NBA. China NBA, not the same basketball as the NBA. I don't care what you say. It's not the same. He's got no NBA experience. How do you throw a coach like that with no experience and give him LeBron James? Unstinking believable. We're running to a break. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell say at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think.
Synergistic integration.
Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escal, and yes, Sean Mann, the update man, finally joining the show. Only a little late, but that's okay. At least he's here with us. All right, Sean, what's the next topic of the day?
33 minutes past the hour on this Monday, July 14th, 2014. The next story we get to, we move to the NFL. Even if healthy, a good shot to Tony Romo's back could wreck everything again. The Dallas Cowboys know that summer training camp is beginning and football season is a few months away. With Tony Romo being hurt, and this was a good article, Encyclopedia, man, to get Jeff riled up. With Tony Romo's back possibly being a problem, it could wreck everything again And the Cowboys very well would miss the playoffs, and Jerry Jones would be fed up about the whole thing again.
Oh, poor baby.
And what does Jeff always say? The Cowboys will not win a Super Bowl with the average quarterback at best in Tony Romo.
Nope, they should have went and took Johnny Manziel. You know what? You want to know something? Jerry Jones is kicking himself right now. You know that, don't you? You know that, don't you? Jerry Jones is kicking himself right now. He says, I should have picked him. I should have taken Johnny Manziel. I should have listened to myself.
Yeah, and here he was, kicking himself hard about that. And remember how he opens his mouth and then eats his words later on. The question, is Romo healthy? This was a question and answer segment. I am sure that the Cowboys will treat him with kid gloves and make him stay in the pocket. This is how Parcells ruined Romo, which will rely on the running game. Do the Cowboys have a good enough running fullback tight end game to move the ball?
They're not going to be able to move the ball. Romo's back is done. Once your back is shot, finished. Good night, Irene. Hey, I hate to tell you, Troy Aikman didn't leave because of concussions. He left because of his back.
Well, here's what Kevin Sherrington said. By all accounts, Romo is healthy, but with a bad back, you never know when one good hit will wreck everything again.
And I hope it's the Giants that do it. A nice shoulder pad right into the lower back. Blammo! Done. See ya. You're out.
And, of course,
and so are the Cowboys.
I have to say, Nick, and everybody who's a Dallas Cowboy fan, beware of the Giants always. Even though you beat them twice last year, it still was not easy to defeat the New York Football Giants because the Giants of late have kind of owned the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, well, I'm waiting for Jerry Jones to open up his mouth. I really am. You rat bastard.
You get fed up with him.
I can't. Yeah, I'm sitting here rubbing my eyes because it's just really annoying me having to talk about it.
And then in October of last year, he goes, "I think I've done a very good job as general manager of the Dallas Cowboys."
My butt. My butt. You haven't. When was the last time you made the playoffs, Jerry Jones?
Last time the Dallas Cowboys made the playoffs was the 2009 season, and of course they lost.
I'm going to throw up if we keep talking about him.
I'm writing a horror story book about the 2014 Cowboys defense. Nick, this is a question for you and Jeff, too. What do you guys think of the Dallas Cowboys defense?
I think it's crap. I think their defense is just as bad as their offense. How about that, Sean?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I think that's the main reason the Cowboys have gone 8-8 the last 3 years, and it's always ended because their defense does not step up, especially in the month of December. December is the month that the Cowboys have really struggled in that month, especially with a quarterback like Tony Romo, who's 14-21 as starter in the month of December.
Are we really talking about the Cowboys?
The Cowboys have been bad
how
for
many
so
days?
long. I'm hating them is like hating the Cleveland Browns.
Hey,
that's what Nick says.
Hey, how many days till training camp starts? 52?
11 days.
11 days until training camp starts?
Yeah, July 25th. That's when the teams start. That's when players report for training camp.
11 days?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Because the Hall of Fame game is August 3rd, and that's your New York Football Giants, Jeff, playing the Buffalo Bills on August 3rd.
If
Sunday
Eli
night.
plays in that game, I'm going to be upset. I don't want Eli playing in that game.
I'm sure he'll play a series. I'm sure the Giants he'll play a
Too
series,
bad it's not,
and then they'll take him out.
Too bad it's not the Giants and the Cowboys playing. Who are the Giants playing?
Giants play the Bills.
Too bad it's not the Cowboys. I'd like to see him break Romo's back right there in the Hall of Fame game. Boom! This is the closest you're getting to the Hall of Fame, dude. Whack! How about that? Tony Romo, this is the closest you're getting to the Hall of Fame. Whack! Right in the back. Damn, there goes your season. See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. It's the closest you're getting to the Hall of Fame game. How about that?
Well, for Dallas to be good, they have to, yes, overtake New York Football Giants
Ain't gonna happen.
and win that division.
Ain't
And I would even not rule out Philadelphia.
ain't gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Won't happen. How about that?
Well, the first time that the Cowboys will match up against the Giants is Sunday, October 19th.
You know what I'll be watching that day?
Oh yeah, that's the mid-afternoon game, and then a Sunday night game.
I might
at
even be
MetLife
wearing.
Stadium in New York.
You know, I might even have to get that Giants tie-dye shirt from shirtshopper.net and start wearing that bitch.
They got some really good deals. Yeah.
They got some great shirts over there, don't they?
Yep.
You seen them, huh? Hey, speaking of that, I haven't spoken to you. You know who I was speaking to the other day?
Who?
Our good friend Sky High.
Oh, Sky High. What's up with him? How's he doing?
He's doing great. He's got a little problem with work. He's doing fantastic. We're getting ready to make a new intro for the show, bro. How about that?
He does a fantastic job.
Yeah,
Always proud of good old Sky High.
Getting ready
Awesome.
we're getting ready to make a new intro for the show, so we're gonna have some fun. So look for that, kids. We're gonna make a new intro for Sports World Radio. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm surprised Sky High is not even hanging out in the chat room with us today or listening to the show. If you are, you rat bastard, then you better head over to the freaking chat room. I'm
looking at the Jeff, the Cowboys schedule. They open up. How about this? First game of the season, they host the 49ers. Ooh.
Who does?
The Cowboys do. Cowboys host the 49ers.
Well, the first game of the season?
Yep.
In San Francisco or in Dallas?
It's in Dallas, Texas.
Excellent. That's a game that they'll lose in Dallas, Texas. They'll be 0-1. Excellent. Love that. Sorry, Nicholas, to really piss you off, but so sorry. Suck this.
The Cowboys then will play 2 road games. Week 2, Dallas at Tennessee Titans.
Week 2, Dallas at the Titans. All Dallas will probably win that game, so they'll be 1-1 going into week 3.
And then they got to go to St. Louis to play the Rams.
They'll win that game, so they'll be 2-1. Go ahead.
Kenny C, you better hope that your Saints beat the Cowboys, because that's
okay. They'll be 2-2. Go ahead.
Hosting the Texans.
Ooh.
That's week 5.
I think Dallas will win that game. 3-2. Go ahead.
Sunday, October 12th, week 6, the Dallas Cowboys at the defending Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
They'll lose that game, so they're 3-3 after week 6. Go ahead.
October 19th, the Cowboys host the New York Football Giants.
They'll lose that game, so now they're 3-4. Go ahead.
Monday Night Football, the 27th, they host the Washington Redskins.
They'll lose that game. Now they're 3-whatever. What are we up to? 3-5? 3-5. Go ahead.
Week 9, they host the Arizona Cardinals, the Cowboys do.
They'll win that game. 4-9.
And then how about this? The Cowboys travel against the team that Jeff and I really don't care about, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville's going to win that game.
Oh, Jeff, you're making a prediction. You're saying on November 9th, they're going to go right in Jacksonville and win.
I'm making that prediction. You know me. You know me. I don't like either team, but MJD's not with Jacksonville no more, right?
Yeah.
He's with Oakland now, correct?
Yep.
You know me. I don't like Jacksonville, but I'm making a wild-ass prediction, and I can't stand Dallas. Jacksonville's winning that game, and I'm saying on July 14th it's going to happen.
I can't wait till our Saturday night picks on November 8th. They have a bye week, the Cowboys do, week 11, and then week 12, the 23rd of November, the Cowboys head up to MetLife Stadium in week 12 to take on the New York Football Giants.
Well, they're going to lose that game, so where are we now?
We are already to week 13.
Okay, week 13, and what's their record?
Cowboys would be like 4-7. 4-7.
4-7 right now they are?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And let's see. Thursday night football, that would be Thanksgiving. They would be hosting Philadelphia. That's actually on Fox. That's TCB's Philadelphia Eagles.
They're going to lose that game, so now they're 4-8.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Another
4-9.
game where the Cowboys got thumped last year in Chicago, and they're going to play the Bears December 4th.
They're done. They're winning 5 games this year, and that's it.
You're calling it 5-11, huh, Jeff?
5-11. Finito.
Even Encyclopedia Man says the Bears are going to destroy the Cowgirls.
I don't think Nicholas is going to want to come on the show in the second hour. Today, don't forget, coming up on the top of the hour, we got Nicholas Spiva joining us in the second hour. And he happens to be a Dallas Cowboys fan. So all the smack I'm talking, I'm sure I'm going to hear about it when he comes on the air.
And then at Philadelphia, December 14th for the Cowboys. At
5-11.
home against the Colts, and then at the Redskins. So Jeff's saying it'll be a 5-11 record. What happens if it's 8-8 again? They lose on the final night. That'd be 4 straight years.
5-11, 6-10.
You know, Jerry Jones would not like that if he was
making.
on the
I know he's not going to like that. Not making a. Not making. Hey, I'm going to wait to ask him that, Josh, when he comes on the air. They're not making the playoffs. Jerry Jones is going to be cursing everybody in his staff, saying, "Why didn't you let me take Johnny Manziel like I wanted to?" I told you guys every year I have that. Look, Nicholas is in the chat room and he says, "I told you guys every year I have them going 8-8 to start the year before I even look at the schedule." So before he even looks at the schedule, he has them going 8-8. You know what? Since Nicholas is a Dallas Cowboy fan, and I hate the Dallas Cowboys, and we just Sean, keep the schedule nice and handy. Don't delete it. Don't get rid of it. Don't exit out. Because when the Dallas Cowboy fan gets his butt in here, we're going to go through that schedule again really quick and see what he says.
I will. I got it up. Don't worry.
Because he says he has them at 8-8 even before he looks at the schedule. Look at Josh. Josh has them at 3-13.
Yeah,
I got him winning 5, maybe 6 games. You're going 7-9?
I'm going to go a little bit. I'm going to say 7-9.
I'm going maybe 5-11, 6-10.
And then Jerry Jones will just keep coming up and saying,
Jerry
before we
Jones-
go to our update, he'll say, "Oh, I did a pretty good. I continue to keep building this."
Jerry
Cowboy
Jones
team."
is going to go, "Oh, that's right. We're going to be 9-7 and we're going to win the division and we're going to the playoffs." Shut the hell up. And on that note, we're going to a quick we got our first update, right?
Yes, we do.
Are you ready for the first update?
Always.
All right. This first update is brought to you by shirtshopper.net. Head on over to shirtshopper.net. NFL season is coming. Head on over to shirtshopper.net and get all your NFL shirts right there. Head on over to shirtshopper.net. Click the tab put your cursor over the tab that says Sports Shirts. Drop down box will come up. Click on the NFL. Pick your NFL team and get your NFL gear or your NFL shirts today at shirtshopper.net. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the first update of the day.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, everybody. We are 47 minutes past the hour. It is Monday, July 14th, 2014. Here we go. Major League Baseball, the first half of the season has finished. We are done. Baseball does not resume until Friday, the 18th of July. However, here are the finals from yesterday's games. In the American League, the Indians prevailed by a score of 3-2 against the Chicago White Sox. The Indians finished their first half of the season at 47-47. The White Sox finished their first half at 45-51. The Blue Jays and the Rays, in this game, the Rays prevail in a shutout by a score of 3-0. The Blue Jays finished the first half of the season at 49-47. The Rays go to 44-53 to conclude the first half. The Tigers and the Royals. The Royals, they prevail 5-2. The Royals finished their first half of the season at 48-46. The Tigers go to 53-38 for the first half of the season. The Red Sox destroyed the Astros by a score of 11-0. Red Sox, the defending World Series champions, they finished their first half of the season with a 43-52 mark. The Astros, 40-56 for the first half. The Angels over the Rangers by a score of 10-7. The Angels have come a long way. They have done very well. They finished the first half of the season with a 57-37 record. The Rangers, they dropped to 38-57 for the first half. Athletics, who are arguably the best team in baseball, they are 59-36 to finish the first half of the season. They easily prevail 4-1 against the Mariners, who finished the first half at 51-44. The Orioles, they prevail by a score of 3-1 after 5 innings because of a rain delay that ended that first half of the season for both the Orioles and Yankees. The O's are 52-42, the Yankees 47-47. Interleague play, the Twins all over the Rockies by a score of 13-5. In the National League, here are the finals. The Reds over the Pirates 6-3. The Mets over the Marlins by a score of 9-1. Nationals blow out the Phillies 10-3. Brewers over the Cardinals 11-2. Braves over the Cubs by a score of 10-7. The Giants over the Diamondbacks 8-4. Dodgers shut out the Padres by a score of 1-0. So that concludes the first half of the season. Tonight is the Century 21 Home Run Derby, and that will take place at Target Field in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tomorrow night is the All-Star Game, and that game can be seen on Fox. We'll be giving out our first half awards. We move real quickly to the NBA. As you all know, here are the big headlines. LeBron James has signed a 2-year deal to come back home to Cleveland to play for the Cavaliers. Chris Bosh re-signed a deal with the Miami Heat, 5-year deal, so he'll remain in Miami. No word yet with the Dwayne Wade drama, where he will end up. And congratulations to Carmelo Anthony, for all you Big Knick fans, Jeff especially. He re-signed a deal with the New York Knicks. So that's taking care of all the NBA headlines. We will be right back with more sports after this commercial break. And this update was brought to you by ShirtShopper.net.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk on the internet. All right. You know something? Each and every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. in the East, 3 p.m. in the West, and if you live in the Central,
Figure that out for yourself.
holy cannoli, you're there, huh?
Yeah, I'm here, bud.
Hey, how's the weather out there, you rep, Aston?
Weather right now is 91 degrees. The hot one. It's supposed to be hot all week until Friday.
91 degrees? Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Holy cannoli, man. It's hotter out there than it is here.
100 degrees on Wednesday. I'll stay cool.
Well, it was kind of nice when I was getting ready to start the show, but it's kind of dark and ominous outside right now.
As we continue with our next story, just stay cool, everybody.
It's kind of nice, actually.
It's better for you.
Oh, it's kind of nice, actually. We don't get, we don't get very many cool days out here in San Diego, so it's kind of nice to see the ominous dark clouds in the sky, like it's threatening to rain. Ooh, don't scare me. You're gonna rain. Ooh.
Well, here's another one with the Dallas Cowboys again, Jeff. National columnist says Jerry Jones is a, quote, fool running his team into eternal mediocrity.
Well, yeah. That's exactly what's going on.
It seems like every time an owner of a sports team gets publicly criticized,
it's easy for you to say.
Always gets brought up for comparison. Jerry Jones. The Cowboys owner has been ridiculed by the media because of his stubbornness, high visibility, and lack of success with the team in recent years. And Nick and I are talking about it right here. Nick says Roger Staubach had a team ready to buy the Cowboys but wouldn't fire Landry.
I know,
Jeff,
yeah. You know something?
Well,
as soon as Jerry Jones bought the freaking damn Cowboys and fired Tom Landry, that's the day I stopped liking the Dallas Cowboys. I was a Cowboy fan with Landry there and Randy White and Starback and all those freaking guys. Too-Tall Jones, all those Pearson, all those freaking guys, man. Okay? As soon as Dillweed bought the team, he fired Landry. Stupidest mistake he ever made in his life.
And that, I've actually talked with some people, Jeff, who are Cowboy fans, and that still angers them a lot. They still get upset about how that was such a bad decision and a bad move that the Cowboys did that. And then you know what he did? He hired in 1989 one of his buddies, I think one of his roommates, which was Jimmy Johnson. And Jimmy Johnson was there from 1989 to 1994. So since Landry has been fired, Jerry Jones has made so many coaching changes. And I have a feeling Cowboys don't make it, Jason Garrett can kiss his job goodbye.
How does Jason Garrett still have a freaking head coaching job in Dallas?
I'm sure it's because, Jeff, I think Jerry Jones believes and thinks that I have the right man to coach this team. But in reality, he doesn't.
You keep thinking that there, you fool. You keep thinking that you got the right man because you don't. You got nothing.
Because think about it. After Jimmy Johnson, when he fired him after the 94 season, he brought in Barry Switzer. Then after Barry Switzer, he brought in Chan Gailey. Then there was Dave Campo. Then there was Bill Parcells. And Parcells was there from 01 to 06, and then Wade Phillips came in. So it's been one coaching change after another. Nick goes, Bum Bright hated Landry but didn't want to fire him and looked like a oh, yeah, I heard about that with Bum Bright.
I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. How the hell can he see that? How the hell can he not see that?
Yeah.
Bum Bright hated Landry but didn't want to fire him and look like a bad guy. I don't blame him. That's why whatchamacallit did it, because he don't care whether he looks like a bad guy or not.
Well, you got to think about this, too, that when Jerry Jones bought the team, he had a lot of bad – well, there were other players who got in trouble. Deion Sanders, Michael Irvin. I remember watching something, Nick, and I think you remember seeing this too. Something on ESPN Classic was called Jerry's Boys. And it talked about how Jerry Jones had a lot of controversy that he had to deal with in the 90s.
Lots of controversy.
And Nick goes, yeah, Jason Garrett is yes guy, but he won't backtalk Jerry.
No, he won't.
I would say, Nick, too, that Landry was the Dallas Cowboys because he was there from 1960 to 1988. But, after when Jones did that angered you a lot, Jeff, because then it was like going, that's what lost it with you as a Cowboy fan because you liked Danny White and Landry and Roger Staubach and Drew Pearson, and that they had all that talent, and they had some good teams in the 70s, and they won 2 Super Bowls in the 70s, but they were very tough to beat in the decade of the 1980s.
It's going to be interesting, man. And I really, really, really don't think that they're making the playoffs this year. They're done.
I don't see it happening because if Romo can't win the big games, especially in the month of December, Dallas has got a major problem at quarterback. And we've been saying that ever since you and I have been doing shows for 6 years, Jeff.
Ever since he's been there, I've been saying it, but nobody listens to me. Everybody thinks I don't know what I'm talking about in football. Yeah, right, Wes. So nobody listens to me, but I'm usually right, ain't I?
Yeah. I just say, though, with Jason Garrett, this is it. If he doesn't get it done this year, the team doesn't make it to the playoffs, Jason Garrett gets let go and gets fired, then Jerry Jones is out looking for another coach.
Yeah, he should have been out looking for another coach this year. But he's not, because he's stupid. And he should have taken Johnny Manziel and listened to himself, but you know what? He couldn't even do that.
Yeah.
He couldn't even do that. How bad does he feel now knowing that Romo is not going to be healthy? Unstinking believable. Hey, we're going to a top of the hour break. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Coming up next, Nicholas Spiva. We'll be right back.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, and now, Nicholas Spiva. I almost called you Nicholas Turturro again, my friend.
Man, I guess that's good. I wouldn't mind being confused with him. I'll take his bank account any day.
I'm sure you would. You're a lot taller and a lot bigger than he is, too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Nicholas Turturro is the little guy. His brother,
he's pretty good. I like him.
Yeah, his brother's the big guy. You knew that, right? That they were brothers, right?
Yeah, either John Turturro.
Yeah, John Turturro. Yeah, the guy who's in all the Transformer movies.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, he's great. There's one scene in the second Transformer movies that I believe it is when he's climbing the pyramid to try and get that one, and at the end when they kill in the end, and he goes, "Yes, yes, yes." I just happen to really like that particular scene. I don't know why, but I do.
I liked him in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? That's one of my favorite movies.
He was really good in that too. Really good in that too. All right, so welcome to the show, buddy. It's your Monday.
Yeah, it's. I've been listening to you guys bash my Cowboys.
Yeah,
but,
I'm sure you have been.
You guys act like it's breaking news. I guess people in Oklahoma have known this for years. In Texas,
Nick, I was going to say that it seems like with the Cowboys, it always can't be breaking news because sometimes I have to turn the television off when they talk about them. It's just no offense, but I'll never forget last year when they missed the playoffs or when they blew that game against Green Bay. I think the media was really blowing it out of proportion. Like it was all centered on why the Cowboys blew the game and why they can't win the big games and stuff. Well, it starts with their quarterback position. Losing Romo was a really big thing for them. And you got to remember, last year the Cowboys, I was thinking, well, let's see how well they look. I said if they can get past this rough month, December, they can do it. But they open up at home against San Francisco. And Nick, you're the Cowboy fan. How do you feel this team does this year?
Like I said, I have them 8-8, and I look at their schedule. Maybe win 7 games, if that. I have them beating the Redskins at home. I have them losing every game, every division game on the road. And even with I hate to agree with Jeff, but I have them losing to the Giants too at Dallas.
So you listen to me picking those games really quick, right?
Yeah.
Am I close?
Yeah, I think so. I think they lose to San Francisco, beat Tennessee, beat St. Louis, lose to New Orleans. I think Houston's a toss-up game.
Well, you know darn well that the Giants want to have revenge against Dallas. You got to remember last year, the opener, Dallas beat them 36-31 in the first game, and then Dallas kicked a game-winning field goal that beat them November 24th of last year. So the Giants will be hungry, they'll be ready, and of course, not much of what I would say, Nick, a big rival between the Cowboys and the Giants, even though the Cowboys swept them in the season series last year.
Yeah, the Giants have had their number recently, last 5 years or so. But it's the Redskins, Philadelphia. We'll see. I think they lose. Like I said, they lose to the Giants, beat the Redskins at home, beat the Cardinals. Maybe they beat Jacksonville in London. And then they lose to the Giants at New York on November 23rd. I think they may beat Philadelphia at home on Thanksgiving. Then they lose to Chicago, lose to Philadelphia, probably lose to Indianapolis, and lose to Washington.
Hey, it's raining out here. Something it doesn't do in San Diego. How about that?
We need some rain out here. It's 93 here.
It's raining out here. You know those people. On the East Coast when it rains, when it's really hot, that smell off the pavement.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we're getting that smell right here today. I love that. It reminds me of being back east. It's raining in Minnesota right now too. Is it raining across the United States right now?
It's not raining here.
It's not raining here. It's hot.
It's raining in Minnesota.
And sunny.
It's raining in Minnesota.
So, Nick, if you look at the record of the Dallas Cowboys, you're predicting kind of like I am that they're going to be 7-9. Jeff, you're still saying that they'll go 5-11 this year.
5-11, 6-10, right in that neighborhood there. Yeah, I do.
I have them 7.
You know that Jones
wins.
will not be happy again. He'll be disgusted, saying, "I have been trying so hard to get the playoffs back to Dallas."
It's his own fault.
Yeah, it's nobody's fault, but you won't hire a GM, and their defense this year is going to be horrible.
Yeah, it's his
they
own
were
fault.
bad. They were bad last year with the Marcus Ware.
Who's their defensive coordinator now?
It's the old guy from. He used to be the coach of the Detroit Lions for a couple of years.
The old guy. I like how you said
Schwartz. No, not Schwartz.
It was Monty Kiffin. He's still on staff, but he's a bald guy. He's an old line coach.
Yeah, they brought in a name guy, didn't they?
Yeah.
You can't even remember who it is. You can't even remember who it is, and he's your guy.
Yeah, and that's how good he is.
Well, if you
he's a respected coach. I mean, I'm just blanking on the name. I'm looking it up right now.
If you look at the Cowboys, though, Jeff and Nick, we've talked about this on shows before. Keep in mind, they've got 3 quarterbacks that are in their 30s. Okay, the big question is, can Romo stay healthy? And if he gets hurt, can Kyle Orton stay healthy?
Well, Kyle Orton's not even showing up. So it could be a Brandon Weeden, and he struggled with Cleveland. I'm a big fan of
Brandon Weeden. Yeah, great quarterback there.
I'm a big fan of Weeden, but in the pros, he's just struggled. And I don't know if that's just because he was in Cleveland or what. But
how come Dallas hasn't started the trade rumors for freaking Manziel yet?
We don't need Manziel. Did you see his last picture of him rolling up a $20 bill in the bathroom of a Vegas nightclub?
Snorting
cocaine?
cocaine?
I don't want that. Rod Marinelli is the defensive coordinator.
Oh, yeah.
Rod Marinelli.
I think he's a good coach, but he didn't have any players to coach. Got a bunch of rookies. They lost 3 starters on defense. Marcus Ware's in Denver. Then you have Big Lyman is in Washington. And I can't remember who else they lost.
So, Nick, I got to ask you, too. Do you think this is it for Jason Garrett this year? They don't make the playoffs. He gets fired after this year.
Well, I don't know. He should have been gone after this year, but like I said in the chat, I think he is a Jerry Jones guy. Jerry Jones, he doesn't question Jerry Jones. He allows Jerry Jones to do whatever. So why would Jones fire him if he's making money and he's bringing in? And the Cowboys are making money selling out tickets, selling out the expensive drinks and food and parking. Why would he change anything?
Because here's the thing with Jerry Jones, if I was coach or if Jeff was coach or if you were coach, Nick, and you weren't getting it done and you had Jerry Jones on you all the time that you're not winning games, bye-bye, see ya. I'm going to go find another coach because I don't tolerate losing. That's exactly what Jerry Jones would do.
If he didn't tolerate losing, he would have changed his ways about 20 years ago. But I don't think he cares about winning. Well, look, they're selling at the stadium. They have all sorts of stuff coming in there. They have concerts and all sorts of stuff. Big soccer matches. You name it. Big concerts.
Soccer matches. Get the flock out of here.
I'm glad
High
I didn't
school
watch
football
the World
games.
Cup.
Why would Jerry Jones change anything? If he's making this money and people are still buying crap, why would he do it? Why would he change anything? He has no motivation to change. He says he wants to win. Sure. Who wouldn't say that? What owner would say, yeah, you know what, I'm okay with losing as long as I'm making money?
Well, LeBron James said he wants to win too, but he went to Cleveland.
Signed a 2-year deal, but he's going to be a free agent next year.
Carmelo Anthony says he wants to win championships, but he went to the Knicks for the money.
Yeah, they all say that. It's all about money. It's no surprise.
Don't tell me it's about winning championships if you sign the big contract. Although Carmelo did take less money in New York, he didn't get the max deal. He took a little less.
It's all about the money. Who doesn't know that?
But, Jeff, my question for you, Jeff, is do you feel that after this year, Jason Garrett, if he doesn't get the team to the playoffs, is gone after this year?
He should be.
He should be and are two different things, though.
Then Dallas is out there wondering who will they get as their next head coach if Jason Garrett is gone. That's going to be the big question.
Nobody.
Well, it's not going to be a big name.
No, because no big name wants to have to deal with Jerry Jones.
Exactly. And they'll usually backtalk and want their opinions known, and Jerry Jones doesn't want that.
Correct.
So unless one of his sons takes over real soon, it's going to be the same way it's always been.
No Super Bowls
people
in the
are
near
going to be
future.
surprised. Oh, really? I'm shocked. Well,
here's the thing. Since Jeff's got it on paper, since 1997, the Cowboys have gone 144 and 145.
They stink.
Yeah. Well, they trade away their draft picks. They traded away 3 draft picks, first-round picks for Joey Galloway when he was like a 12-year vet. And then you know what? They did the same thing for Roy Williams. They traded away 2 high-round draft picks for Roy Williams, who didn't do jack squat.
Way to go, GM.
Go look at their draft picks. Their draft picks are either cut or not even making the team. They barely have any draft picks. The last couple of years, they've improved, but look at those draft picks. Quincy Carter, a second-round pick. They trade up to draft Quincy Carter. Are you kidding me?
Didn't they lose Miles this year?
Yeah, but he's always hurt. That
True.
guy is more fragile than fine china. He has a hamstring every year.
I like what the encyclopedia man says. He goes, Jerry Jones, the Skip Bayless of general managers. True.
Miles Austin, he had that one breakout year, and then he got paid, and then he had hamstring injuries every year. It was out for 5, 6, 8 games. You know what the Cowboys did do this year? I'm excited about this, guys. I can't wait to tell you this. The Dallas Cowboys have added something great to their training this year. They've added ballerina bars for stretching.
Ballerina bars?
That's going to help them, yeah. Ballerina bars. They put those on the practice
Jeff?
field so they can stretch better than anything. They don't want to change the strength and conditioning coach after had all these injuries or all this stuff. But you know what? We've added ballerina bars. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Ballerina bars?
Yeah, that's pretty over the top, I think.
What is that, a protein bar, or is that a bar on a wall where they can stretch?
It's a bar on the wall that they can stretch with.
How about getting them ballerina bars, the protein bars that they can eat, so maybe they can perform better?
How about getting a new strength and conditioning program where everybody's not injured
Ballerina
in preseason?
Bars. What are they, a bunch of ballerinas?
I don't know. It's ridiculous.
I don't know what Jerry Jones is trying to do.
Who knows? The Cowboys have been one of the most injury-prone teams the last couple years. Everybody's been hurt. Not just Romo. You had Miles Austin's always out with a hamstring. You have offensive line hurt, defensive guys hurt. But they won't change their strength and conditioning program. They won't change anything. So we're just going to add ballerina bars so we can stretch a little better.
Ballerina bars. That's freaking crazy, man.
Before we go to break here, Jeff, I was going to ask you, the first preseason game the Cowboys play is at the San Diego Chargers on August 7th.
I know. I'm going to watch the game and hope Tony Romo gets freaking hurt.
Hey, go to the game. It's in San Diego.
Yeah, it's in San Diego.
I'm not wasting my stinking money on the Dallas Cowboys.
I thought you were a Charger fan.
I'm not going there to watch the Dallas Cowboys play. I would rather, especially a preseason game, I would rather sit home and watch it on the TV.
Yeah.
But you can't.
I don't even have
there.
preseason games.
Because if I go there, if I go there and find Jerry Jones, there's going to be a problem.
Well, how about Jeff taking a selfie with Jerry Jones?
Hey, I bet you can find Jerry Jones at some bar, some hotel bar. Just go start looking for him.
I bet you I could find Jerry Jones. You're right, and there'll be a picture of me on the San Diego Union Tribune. Man chokes Jerry Jones to death.
And then Jerry Jones survives, and he says, all right, I'm going to launch a protest to kick Sports World Radio off the air.
And I'd be like, bring it, bitch.
If you could get a selfie with Romo and Jerry Jones, man, that would just make my day.
I'm sure it would make your day.
Wow.
That ain't going to happen on my end. Hey, we're going to run to a quick break, right? We're at break, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta look at my schedule, my board over here. We're going to run to a quick break. Listening to Jeff Escow Showman and Nicholas Spiva on
Sports World Radio.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow New Way to Workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, wait 1 second. Don't dial. Back. Sports World Radio's right here. Don't go anywhere. We're right here. Jeff Eskow, Sean Mann, and Nicholas Spiva joining us in the second hour of every Monday's show. Coming up in the bottom half of the second hour, after our update, when we come back from break, we're going to do our NFL offensive team for $40. Is that what we're calling it, Nick?
Yeah, that's about
our all-time NFL offensive team for $40, right?
That's right.
We did our all-time NBA team. We did our way to go motorcycle, screw it up. Every time about 420, right? Every day about 420 that guy goes down there. We did our NBA all-time team for 40. What did we do it for $40?
The NBA was $15.
The NBA was $15. We did our MLB all-time team for $50. Now today we're doing our NFL offensive all-time for $40. So it should be kind of interesting. Hang out for that. That's coming up after our second update and we come back from break. That'll be fun. Nicholas, what do you got for us now?
Well, you guys have talked about a lot of the stuff I was going to talk about. NBA free agency.
Here's a free agent story that the Encyclopedia Man's been pestering me about.
Yeah, I know why he's been pestering.
Has found a new home, and that's with the Chicago Bulls.
Exactly. That's why he's been pestering you about it, because it happens to do with his freaking Bulls.
The Bulls. Who cares about the Bulls?
The Chicago Bulls have signed veteran big man Pau Gasol, the center tweeted Saturday. The terms of the contract have not been disclosed.
I was kind of hoping he'd go to New York.
Instead, the Bulls will have to use salary cap space to sign Gasol. So, does this make the Bulls a title contender next year?
As far as you're concerned, Nicholas, who are the top 4 teams in the NBA on the East side?
Wow, the East?
That's what I said. I didn't stutter there, did I, buddy?
East. That's a good question. Well, let's see. I'll have to go with Indiana. They're still pretty good. Although I've heard rumors that they want to trade Roy Hibbert.
Yeah, I'd like to see him go to the Knicks.
That would be that'd be good.
Because
I think
you
have to be up there.
Because I think he would do very well in the triangle offense.
As long as he's not watching King of the Hill at halftime, it may be okay.
I think he would do very well in that triangle offense. I think that would help him out tremendously.
Man, the East they're pretty bad. All of them, aren't they?
Yeah,
Miami, I guess,
saying.
but they still don't have Dwayne Wade signed.
Here you go.
I gotta go with the Pacers.
The Pacers, Chicago,
Bulls. Man, it gets kind of murky after that.
From what I hear, people are saying Chicago, right? Chicago, the Pacers. In no particular order. Chicago, the Pacers, Miami Heat, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Are you freaking crazy?
Everybody's talking about the Cavs, though, being this major title contender. Everybody says, even the Las Vegas Sports Bureau, like the Las Vegas gambling odds, said Cavs 3-1 odds next year to win the NBA championship. Nick, what's your thoughts about that?
Well, maybe if they get Kevin Love.
Oh, boy.
As of
that idea.
No, but as of right now,
he signed a long-term deal with this play with LeBron.
As of right now, There's no way Cleveland's winning the NBA title. As of right now.
No, that can't be anybody in the West.
Okay? And for the sport bookies to say that they're going to win the NBA, there's no way in hell that they can beat Oklahoma City or they can beat San Antonio. What are you freaking smoking over there?
Yeah, talk with all those people in Las Vegas, Nevada about that. That's where they made all the predictions and
You
all
know
the
what?
votes.
That's like saying, because I heard somebody else say one of the most funniest and dumbest things I've ever heard on Sports World Radio. It was funny and dumb at the same time, and it came out of Nicholas's mouth.
What? What did I say?
When you said that soccer's like watching hockey, but it's like, what did you say?
It's true. It's soccer is just hockey on grass.
Soccer is hockey on grass. That's funny and dumb at the same time, right?
Think about all the similarities. You know what? You know what's ironic to me is I was reading Frank's Twitter, and he said how boring it was that it scored 1-0. How many hockey games end in the score 1-0?
Hockey is more exciting than golf.
Oh, more exciting than golf? Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. More exciting than soccer.
Well, it depends on who you talk to.
Hockey is way more exciting than soccer.
Hockey is. It's fast. I enjoy it.
I would rather.
Run up and down the field. They skate up and down the ice. They do a lot of movements, a lot of stuff that happens, a lot of passing, a lot of stuff. There's offsides.
A lot of flopping in soccer.
Huh?
A lot of flopping in soccer.
Yeah. A lot of flopping in basketball.
Hey, you know something? Any sport. Hey, you know something? Any game that you can't use your hands at shouldn't be a sport.
It makes it more difficult.
The encyclopedia man brings it up about the Cavs. He goes, why everybody is talking about that? There's no way to invest in the future. There is no way they're trading Andrew Wiggins and the other rookies for Kevin Love. You need depth, Cavaliers.
They're going to do whatever LeBron James wants them to do.
And with this new coach coming in there who is in the international basketball.
Yeah, which really really irks me.
The Cavs would have been better off if they would have kept Mike Brown as their head coach. And the encyclopedia man says about the Bulls, they're the best overall team in East, point blank.
No, they're not.
Speaking of fragile, Derrick Rose is just as fragile as Miles Austin.
How many games is Derrick Rose going to play this year? What's the over and under on Derrick Rose? How many games is he going to play this year?
He may get a hangnail. He may have to sit out about 20 games.
He might have an ingrown toenail. And he can't run.
That's half the season
right
there.
That's half the season right there.
I don't know.
There's 80. What is there? It's an 82-game schedule, correct?
Yes, 82 regular season games.
I say he plays in 39 games.
That's possible.
Just under half of them. Because he's going to get hurt again. That's why Carmelo didn't want to go there. Because he doesn't know how Derrick Rose is going to come back from his injuries or if he's going to get injured again. Without Derrick Rose, they ain't crap. I don't care if Pau Gasol is on the team.
I already told Josh that Miles Austin is a soft receiver. He's not telling me nothing.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something right now, Mr.
That's
Josh Lopez. The Knicks will most likely make the playoffs next year.
Wow, he's got him at 33 and 49.
Yeah, he's smoking some serious dope over there in Chicago.
Well, here's what Urban Magic Johnson said on his Twitter. All the moves being made in NBA free agency. Top 4 teams in the East. Here's what Magic said. Number 1, Chicago Bulls. Number 2, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Unbelievable.
Number 3, the Indiana Pacers.
That I'm okay with.
And Magic Johnson said with the signing of Paul Pierce going to the Wizards, he puts the Wizards at number 4.
What the hell is going on here? The guy is 65 years old.
That's what Magic said. He said the Wizards are a top team in the Eastern Conference, and he doesn't even have the Knicks on there.
Holy stinking chowderheads.
Magic Johnson's saying that. What the heck?
Cheese and rice, man.
Well,
the
here's what the
Wizards lost
encyclopedia.
Trevor Ariza.
Yeah, they lost Trevor Ariza, so they added Paul Pierce. So they went from a 23-year-old guy to a 65-year-old guy. Great.
And don't forget to have Andre Miller, who's also, wasn't he like 55?
Yeah, unbelievable.
Been around forever.
Oh, my God.
And here's what the encyclopedia man says to you, Jeff. The Knicks will be 33-49 next year.
I don't think so. They make the playoffs. I don't care.
With Derek Fisher and that triangle offense?
Yeah, they're going to make the playoffs. I mean, you know right now the Knicks are trying to get rid of Bargani and Stoudemire.
Yeah.
They get rid of that. You know how much cap space they clear?
A lot.
Those two guys alone are making close to $50 million. How about that?
Oh, they drafted one of your favorite, a guy from one of your favorite teams, Jeff.
Yeah, I know. Michigan State. I mean,
Wichita State.
Yeah, Wichita State. I know.
No, you know that move.
He's a good player. He's a really good player.
Going back to what Magic said about the Wizards, the move to get Paul Pierce does not make the Wizards a very serious contender in the Eastern Conference. Give me a break.
Hey, I understand why Paul Pierce left. I would not be shocked if Garnett's the next one to go.
Oh yeah, because of that connection that they have.
Not go to Washington, but leave the Nets.
And then Brooklyn is going to be rebuilding now because.
And you know something? How much money is Garnett getting? What's his salary?
Encyclopedia man, you want to look that one up for us, please? And he says that the Encyclopedia man says before we go to update, he'll find that for us. The Wizards are a good team. They got depth. There is no way that the Wizards are a good team. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they got depth and age now.
Well, they pushed the Bulls last year.
Huh?
Yeah.
They pushed the Bulls in the first. Was it the first round, second round?
Yeah, but
they played them pretty well.
And they only lost in 6 games to Indiana, so I guess they are building. But I don't know.
Actually,
if
I guess they beat the Bulls, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. You know something though? I think them losing Trevor Ariza is really going to hurt them.
Yeah, and I don't know who they're going to pick up. There's because a lot of people already.
Yeah.
All the big names are signing.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year. Because they lost. I think Trevor Ariza was the whole thing to that situation there, and they lost him. I don't see.
Yeah.
You know who else do they have on the team? Wall.
They signed
right. Gotat, the center, right?
Yeah. Martin Gortat.
Yeah. So I mean, really.
Andre Miller. They have Nene,
Andre Miller, Gotat, Paul Pierce.
Al Harrington. He's getting old. Bradley Beal. He's a pretty good player, a young guy.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee the Nets ain't going to be worth the crap this year.
Otto Porter Jr. is supposed to be pretty good.
Oh, great. The Nets ain't going to be worth crap this year. Hey, we got to run to an update. Our second update, this update is brought to you by Keurig.coffeemachines.com. If you're looking for a coffee machine, you're looking for coffee or tea or something to even hold all your coffee in, head on over to KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. Brewing perfection, one cup at a time. That's KeurigCoffeeMachines.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the final update of the day.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, everybody. We're 2 minutes past the hour. Monday, July 14th, 2014. In Major League Baseball, of course, the first half of the season is over. The Reds over the Pirates by a score of 6-3, and here's how the first half ended for both of these teams. The Reds ended the first half with a 51-44 record. The Pirates ended their first half of the season, sorry, Wes, 49-46. The Mets over the Marlins, and the Mets ended the first half with a 45-50 record, and the Marlins 44-50. The final score of the game between the Mets and Marlins was 9-1. The Nationals over the Phillies by a score of 10-3. The Nationals ended the first half of the season with a 51-42 record. The Phillies dropped to 42-53 to end their first half of the season. The Brewers go to 53-43 to end the first half of the season. They blow out the Cardinals 11-2 yesterday. Cardinals go to 52-44. The Braves over the Cubs by a score of 10-7. The Braves ended the first half of the season with a 52-43 record. The Cubs go to 40-54 for the first half of the season. The Giants over the Diamondbacks by a score of 8-4. The Giants go to 52-43 to end the first half of the season. Diamondbacks drop to 40-56 for their first half of the season. The Dodgers, they shut out the Padres 1-0. The Dodgers end the first half 54-43. The Padres end the first half 41-54. In interleague play, the Twins blow out the Rockies by a score of 13-5. The Twins ended the first half in the American League at 44-50. The Rockies dropped to 40-55 for the first half of the season. So those are your National League teams for the first half. In the American League, the Indians over the White Sox 3-2. The Rays, they shut out the Blue Jays 3-0. Royals over the Tigers by a score of 5-2. Red Sox blow out the Astros 11-0. Angels over the Rangers 10-7. Athletics over the Mariners 4-1. And the Sunday night baseball game on ESPN to conclude the first half of the season, the Orioles prevail 3-1 over the Yankees after 5 innings of play due to rain and thunderstorms. So this concludes the first half. Tonight is the Century 21 Home Run Derby. That starts in 25 minutes, and that can be seen on ESPN. That'll be going on for 2 hours tonight. And tomorrow night is the Midsummer Classic All-Star Game. In the NBA, of course, the big news coming. Pau Gasol, of course, signed with the Chicago Bulls, signed a new contract with them. Paul Pierce signed a 2-year contract with the Washington Wizards. Carmelo Anthony is heading back to the place where he actually wanted to be, which was the New York Knicks, because he likes Phil Jackson's system. Chris Bosh is not going to Houston. Instead, he's going to re-sign a 5-year contract with the Miami Heat. Dwayne Wade, there is no indication yet on where he will end up, if it's going to be Miami or if he's going to go somewhere else. LeBron James is taking his talents not to New York, not to L.A., not to Chicago, but instead he's going back to the place where it all started, Cleveland. He signed a 2-year deal with the Cleveland Cavaliers. This concludes the update. We are going to run to a commercial break. This update was brought to you by Keurig.com.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think.
Synergistic integration.
Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All I want is to be loved. All I want is you.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, and Nicholas Spiva joining us. We were having a nice conversation on hold, and I cut Nicholas off, and he couldn't talk. He couldn't give me his reaction because we were going back on the air. That's what I was laughing at when we came back on the air. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do our top NFL all-time our top all-time NFL offensive team for $40. Is that how we're doing it? Is that how it should be phrased there, Nicholas?
That sounds good to me. That's about what it is. It's,
Right.
I went through and I picked the top players throughout the history. I wanted to keep them relevant so people know who they are, but at the same time, not all. Currently, there are only a couple players who are currently playing who made the list.
Oh, really? So you picked a lot of old-timers then, huh?
Old timers, well, yeah, it's everybody. And it should be people we know. Now, the offensive guards, you had to pick 10 of them. I had to pick 10 of them because you got two sets. You have left guard, right guard.
Right.
That was tough.
I bet you.
And it's safe for the tackles.
Does anybody know any left and right guards and right tackles and all that? Yeah, it's going to be a hit and miss with us. I understand that. So we only have 40.
There are some names you'll know.
Right. We only have $40, and we have to pick 11 players, and we're only doing the offensive side. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So now that we all know you spent hours going through this, combing this, it's going to we've done NBA, we did MLB, let's do the NFL offensive side and see how it goes. So what do you say we get this thing going?
All righty. For $5 at quarterback, you got Joe Montana, $4 John Elway, $3 Dan Marino, $2 Brett Favre, $1 Troy Aikman.
Wow.
That is a good list. Wow.
Wow. And as a Cowboy fan, I'm surprised you didn't throw in Roger Staubach in there.
I know, but you only have so many.
You don't got Tom Brady, Manning in there, nothing, right?
No. Wow. It's tough. I mean, the quarterback was tough to get 5 quarterbacks.
Wow. Okay, give me the 5 again.
You have Joe Montana for 5,
right?
John Elway for 4, Dan Marino for 3, Brett Favre for 2, Troy Aikman for 1.
I'm taking Marino.
In the chat room, Encyclopedia Man says Joe Montana, and I'm going to agree with him. I'm going to go with Joe Montana.
Okay, you spend your $5.
I'm going to go with go with Troy Aikman. I'll be a homer this time. We still got 10 more picks to go.
Exactly.
All right.
So you took Troy Aikman. That's $1, right?
$1.
Holy Jesus, criminy. Okay, I got 37
All right.
to go.
Now there may be some controversy on this. I don't know. Running back. I looked at about 5 different sites, and I don't have Jim Brown as a running back. 4 of the 5 listed Jim Brown as a fullback.
Okay.
So that's how I classified Jim Brown as a fullback.
Okay.
So running back for 5, you have Walter Payton. For 4, you have Barry Sanders. Oof. 3, Eric Dickerson. 2, Earl Campbell. And 1, Emmitt Smith.
Wow. Who was number 4? Eric Dickerson, right?
Eric Dickerson's $3.
Okay, who was 4?
$4 is Barry Sanders.
Okay, I'm taking Barry Sanders.
I'm going to go with Walter Payton.
Sean, out the gate with $10 right out of the gate.
I know.
All right.
How's he doing?
Encyclopedia Man there, Nick, just said Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith. All right.
Keep track of these guys.
I got it. After 2 picks, I'm at $5. Jeff's at 7.
Yeah.
Sean's at 10.
Yeah.
And Josh is at 6.
Yeah, I got $33 to left. I got it right here in front of me. I'm not letting you confuse me this time.
I got $30 left.
Fullback. Jim Brown for 5.
Ugh.
Lorenzo Neal for 4. Franco Harris for 3. Daryl Johnston for 2. And Tom Rathman for 1.
I'm going to go with Franco Harris for 3.
That's who I'm taking. Franco Harris.
All righty. I took Daryl Johnston, Moose.
Oh.
All right. Who does Encyclopedia Man have?
He hasn't decided yet.
All right. We'll move on to. All right. We have two sets of wide receivers. First set of wide receiver.
This
was tough.
He wants you to say the names again.
Okay. Say it again. $5 Jim Brown, $4 Lorenzo Neal, $3 Franco Harris, $2 Daryl Johnston, $1 Tom Rathman.
Okay. I got $30 left.
Damn, Nick, this is good stuff.
I got $30 left to pick freaking 8 players.
We got
because
some.
This is a good list.
We have wide receivers now. I had to choose 10 of them.
Took Daryl Johnston.
Daryl Johnston. Okay, that's who I took. All right. First set of wide receivers. We'll just call them wide receiver 1.
Okay.
$5 Jerry Rice.
Oof.
$4 Chris Carter.
Oof.
$3 Isaac Bruce. $2 Michael Irvin. $1 Calvin Johnson.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to go with Jerry Rice.
Oh, Sean, it's a big spender.
Okay.
You may be the Jerry Jones right now.
He's the Jerry Jones of this game. I'm taking Chris Carter.
Oh, you're going with Chris Carter 4.
Yeah, I took a
I'll
big
take
one
Michael Irvin for 2.
Okay.
Oh,
Man,
and
so did
Encyclopedia Man.
Took Michael Irvin as well.
Want to run to our final update, Jeff?
Yeah, let's run to our final update. Our final commercial break. We'll do our final commercial break. On the other side of this, we'll continue our all-time NFL team offensive side for $40. We'll be right back after this quick message. You're listening to
Sports World Radio.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family. We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escott, Sean Mann, and Nicholas Spivo, who joins us every Monday in the second hour of the show, because we do this show every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. on the West. And if you live in the Central,
figure that out for yourself.
All right, back to our NFL all-time offensive team for $40. We just finished the quarterbacks, the fullbacks, the running backs, and the first set of wide receivers. Now we're going to the second set of wide receivers. I have $26 left. Sean, you have?
I have $22 remaining.
Nicholas?
I've got 31, and Josh has 30.
Okay, so let's get on to the second set of receivers, Nicholas.
All right, second set of wide receivers for $5. Randy Moss. $4 Marvin Harrison. $3 Terrell Owens. $2 Steve Largent. $1 Larry Fitzgerald.
I'm going to go with Steve Largent for $2, please.
All righty.
I'm taking Larry Fitzgerald for $1. That's a steal.
That's a steal, I know.
That's a steal right there.
So I'm down to $20 remaining.
I'm going to go with Randy Moss, $5.
I got $25 left.
Encyclopedia Man's going with Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, he has to. He's got to spend some little money now.
All right, tied in. This is a tough one. For $5, Tony Gonzalez.
Oh, God, you're killing me.
$4, Kellen Winslow.
Oh.
$3, Mike Ditka. $2, Ozzie Newsome. $1, Shannon Sharp.
Oh,
gosh,
my Lord.
These are good choices.
This is a tough one.
I'm taking Shannon Sharp for $1. Hell yeah.
Good steal. That's a good buy. Shannon Sharp's a great
That's a
tight end.
steal there, man.
I'll go with Shannon Sharp 2.
Copycatter. You got no choice, man. You're running out of money. What do you got left?
I only have $19
so
remaining.
You're getting screwed.
Well, I have
And we
to
have
go
5
easy
positions left.
You got five positions left.
And
Hey, Dr. Beth.
I guess I'll go with Tony Gonzalez.
Okay, so I basically spent $16 on 6 players. That's not bad.
Yeah. You got 24 left, and you got offensive line.
Yeah.
Tony Gonzalez for Encyclopedia Man. All right. He's down to 24. Same with you, Jeff.
Yep.
I got 19.
Sean's at 19, and I'm at 21.
Oof.
All right.
This is
Left tackle.
Left
tackle, $5. Anthony Munoz. $4. Jonathan Ogden. $3. Walter Jones. $2. Willie Rofe. Or $1. Gary Zimmerman.
I'm taking Anthony Munoz.
What was number 4 again, Nick?
$4. Jonathan Ogden.
I'm going to go with Jonathan Ogden.
And this is a tough one. I'll go with Willie Rofe.
Taking Anthony Munoz.
And
Encyclopedia Man, Walter Jones.
Look at Dr. Myth. No bathrooms for me. I sleep on a real bed like I have done for the past 26 years of my 26 years of existence.
Yeah, right. Sure. Tell us something else, Dr. Myth.
Josh is taking Walter Jones.
All right, got Josh. All right. Left guard. This is a tough one as well. $5, Larry Allen. $4, Randall McDaniel. $3, Will Shields. $2, Steve Hutchinson. $1, Gene Upshaw.
I'm taking Gene Upshaw.
Gene Upshaw.
Definitely.
All right, I'm going to go with Larry Allen.
Gene Upshaw to eat Larry Allen for breakfast.
Do you remember the Larry Allen's rookie year? I don't know if you remember this, Cowboy. You're not a Cowboy fan, but the Cowboys were playing the Saints in New Orleans, and I can't remember the quarterback, threw an interception, and Larry Allen ran down the cornerback and tackled him before he scored a touchdown. Amazing play. Just amazing. Still waiting on the Encyclopedia Man.
What else is new?
All right, we'll go ahead and move on to center.
Okay.
$5, Mike Webster. $4, Nick Mangold. $3, Dimitri Dawson. $2, Jeff Saturday. $1, Kevin Mawai.
I'll go with Nick Mangold.
Sean. $4.
I'm taking Jeff Saturday.
That's who I was going to take.
Encyclopedia Man wants you to say it again on the last one. We got
The left guard. All right, left guard for $5, Larry Allen. $4, Randall McDaniel. $3, Will Shields. $2, Steve Hutchinson. $1, Gene Upshaw.
All right, and I took Gene Upshaw, which gave me $18 left, and I just took Jeff Saturday. That leaves me 16.
16. So we've got 2 players left.
Excellent.
And we're looking pretty good.
Yeah.
How much do I have, Nick? 10?
You've got $10 left. Steve Hutchinson. 2. How about your center there, Sean or Josh?
Give his center's names real quick.
$5, Mike Webster. 4, Nick Mangold. 3, Dimitri Dawson. 2, Jeff Saturday. 1, Kevin Mawai.
We got 2 positions left, right?
2 positions, right tackle and right guard.
Right. Correct. Okay, why don't you start with those? He'll catch up.
All right, right tackle for 5, Forrest Gregg. 4,
He
Dan
took
Deerdorf.
He took Jeff Saturday.
Jeff Saturday. Okay. $3, right tackle, Rayfield Wright. $2, Jackie Slater. $1, Bob St. Clair.
I'll go with Dan Deerdorf.
That's who I'm taking, too.
All right, I'll go with Jackie Slater.
Jackie Slater was a good player also.
I think all these guys are in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I think. Bob St. Clair for Encyclopedia Man. All right, 1 position left.
Last position.
We're all gonna make it. I've got $10 left. Jeff, you have 12.
Right.
Sean has 6. Encyclopedia Man's got 16. All right, for right guard, you have Mike Munchak for 5, John Hanna for 4, Bruce Matthews for 3, Russ Grimm for 2, and Joe DeLamalure for $1.
I'm taking Mike Munchak.
Bruce Matthews.
That's who I'm going to take, Bruce Matthews.
Gives me $3 left.
$3 to spare.
I got 7 to spare.
That's how much I've got.
7 to spare as well.
7 to spare.
And I was afraid 40 wasn't going to be enough.
I know, I was too. Depending on who Encyclopedia Man takes, he's got the most money left of all of us.
He ended up with 16.
He's got 16 right now.
So he could take Mike
He could
Munchak.
take Mike Munchak if he wanted.
That's what I did.
Still have $11 left.
Right. Next week, we're going to do the defensive side of the NFL, all-time NFL defensive team for $40 or under. And we're going to start with the linemen this time and work our way back.
Okay.
He took Mike Munchak.
I got him down.
So, I have Marino. I'm going to start from the opposite way. I have Mike Munchak, Dan Deerdorf, Jeff Saturday, Gene Upshaw, Anthony Munoz, Shannon Sharp, Larry Fitzgerald, Chris Carter, Franco Harris, Barry Sanders, and Dan Marino. That's a hell of a team.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a freaking offensive team right there.
You got an offensive team, no doubt.
You know what this reminds me of? Is you ever watch those old ESPN shows where they would take like the 1992 Cowboys and take them against one of the 70s Steelers?
Yeah.
You ever remember those shows?
Uh-huh.
This is what this reminds me of. This is me picking a team, you picking a team. Would love to see it happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's an awesome team, right? That's a great offensive team right there, I think.
Yeah.
Wow. I like that right there. Yeah, that's a good team right there. I kind of like that. Who do you got there, Nick?
Quarterback, I've got Troy Aikman. Running back, I have Barry Sanders. Fullback, Darrell Johnston. Wide receiver 1, Michael Irvin. Randy
How many freaking
Moss.
Cowboys you got on the team?
I got a couple.
Freaking Homer.
I have Tony Gonzalez. I have it tight end. Willie Rofe at left tackle. Larry Allen at left guard.
He's got half his team is freaking Cowboys.
I know. He's got a lot
Jeff
of them.
Saturday at center. I took Jackie Slater at right tackle. and Bruce Matthews at right guard.
Oh, God, almost half your team is the Cowboys.
You can't go wrong with some of these guys. Are really good.
As long as they don't play for the Cowboys now, you're okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Sean, who'd you take? What's your team look like?
I had Nick Mangold. I had, I think, Nick, you got my list too, didn't you?
Sean's got Montana at quarterback,
Uh-huh.
Walter Payton at running back,
Uh-huh.
Franco Harris at fullback, Jerry Rice at wide receiver, Steve Largent at wide receiver, Shannon Sharp at tight end, Jonathan Ogden at left tackle, Gene Upshaw left guard, Nick Mangold at center, Dan Deerdorf at right tackle, and Bruce Matthews at right guard.
That's a nice team. We all got nice teams for under $40, man.
Yeah,
Can't go
really
wrong,
good.
can you?
I only had $3 left. I was lucky.
Can't go wrong with that. So next Monday, we'll do the defensive side on the NFL. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be good.
I'm sure that's going to take you longer to put together.
Yeah, got a lot of great players.
Yeah, it's going to be
looking
a lot
forward
of
to
fun.
doing it. It's fun to put this team list together.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, Nicholas, man, thank you for joining us for our Monday edition of Sports World Radio.
Man, it's been fun. Thanks for having me. Look forward to next week as well.
We love having you on the show on Mondays. Hey, everybody, I want to thank you all for listening to Sports World Radio today. Remember, you only have one life to live, so live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable. Peace out, everybody. For Sean Mann, Nicholas Spiva, I'm Jeff Escow. This has been Sports World Radio. See you tomorrow. Later.
Bye.
Hey, boy, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, didn't we? So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?